Hello and welcome. Here you are, Holly.Yoga. Let's see if my style of yoga speaks to you. Let your eyes soften or close and bring your hands together at your heart. Anjali Mudra, considering the gift of spending time on the mat with yourself. Bottom and top lashes might meet, or you might just let your eyes close about 75%. Let them go a little bit out of focus in service to peeling away from the outside world and shifting to pay more attention to what's going on specifically for us in this moment. Connecting to Muladhara, the root chakra at the tip of our tailbone, and feeling the roots of ourselves descend into the earth deeper and deeper, and reaching out in all directions wider and wider. Feeling a heaviness to the hips as we root and anchor and connect to the element of the first chakra, earth. Let your eyes flutter open. Inhale your arms up to the sides of the ears and begin swaying side to side. And the direction we lean, we make sure we don't start overly squashing that side. And the side of us that's stretching, we might lift that hand a little bit. And when you're ready, let your right hand come all the way down to the mat. Stretch your left arm up and then take a spill to the right. And feel your left side open. When you feel like you're ready, turn your gaze down to your right hand and roll the left shoulder forward. Take a nice cleansing breath underneath your your left shoulder blade. And then turn forward and tilt the heart, rotate the torso a little bit to the left or up, and drop a bent left elbow behind you and stretch the connection between your left chest and left shoulder. As you turn forward, become aware of the second chakra behind and below your belly button into the orange of the sacral chakra. And let's keep our awareness on that spot within ourselves as we come up and over to the other side. Left hand down, right arm up, lean and reach. And feel the energy spinning orange. Full breath in and exhale out as you warm up and get aware of your pelvis and your feeling self. Moving from the element of water in the first chakra, element of earth in the first chakra, to the element of water in the second chakra. And then turning your gaze down to your left hand and rolling the right shoulder forward. And we remind ourselves that perfection is not the goal. To feel more whole, cleansed, and nourished is the goal. So it's okay if we mess up a little bit every now and again. Turn your heart and your face back to forward, and then rotate the torso to the right a little bit. Drop a bent right elbow behind you, and now stretch the connection between your right chest and your right shoulder. Take in your awareness down to that orange chakra, feeling yourself connect to your creativity, sensuality, and pleasure. Turn the gaze forward, reach your right hand, meet me up in center so we can get ready to do a twist. So let's switch the cross of the legs. I should have mentioned you can sit any way you want to start class. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. You could even sit in a seat or a chair rather, if you wanted to. Inhale your arms up. Now drop your hips, squeeze your core, and use your core muscles to turn your heart to the right till you feel comfortable resistance. Hold there as you drop your arms into cactus arms or bent elbows with your fingertips pointed to the sky and your wrists floating over your elbows. Even though I keep turning my gaze to look at you, you keep your gaze over your heart or more to the right. And then send your right finger pads to the mat behind you and bring your left arm up to the side of your ear and feel your core squeeze you a bit more to the right. Maybe your gaze swivels even deeper back. Full breath in. Exhale, swivel forward. And as everything comes forward, bring your hands back to your heart, back to Anjali Mudra. Staying with the orange and the red in the first and the second chakras. Inhale your arms up. Use your core to twist to the left, cactus arms. Feel yourself in the position. Let it be experiential. Left finger pads to the floor, right arm to your ear. Squeeze your core, maybe a little bit more twist, maybe a little bit more swivel in the chin and the face. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Once you're all the way forward and hands melt back into Anjali Mudra at your heart, become aware of the third chakra, the yellow in between your ribs, the seat of your solar plexus and your I do presence. Let's take the arms out soft, not T arms. I like to call them butterfly arms so that your elbows, your hands, it's all relaxed. And then just draw those bent elbows straight back and send your heart center straight forward. And now tilt your heart and your gaze up. You'll feel the point where you need to stop. It's a tiny back bend, but it's in service to opening up the space of the third chakra. Inhale, feel yourself break open your personal fire, your personal sunshine, your willpower and soul force. Let's come forward. Arms will float and we'll bring the finger pads together out in front of us as we tuck the chin and round the upper back from the space between your shoulder blades to the base of your skull. Opening up the back of the third chakra, releasing anything that feels sluggish, stagnant, unmotivated. Inhale, arms come back out. Drop your bent elbows down and back, lift your heart, and encourage your energy to rise from the third chakra to the fourth in the center of your chest. Inhale and feel the green break open after being warmed by the yellow. Bring it forward again, finger pads out in front of you. Back of the heart center opens. We release things that feel like judgments, resentments. Open your arms, set your hands to the floor, and meet me in downward facing dog. You can take it slow. You can find hands and knees first. You can even do a little cat and cow here if it feels like your spine needs more warming up. When you feel ready, though, tuck your toes and use your belly button to toe your hips up into your inverted shape of Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now that you have brought online in a more intentional way the first, second, third, and fourth chakras, let their energies run into the fifth chakra as you tilt yourself upside down. Relaxed head, finger pads are squeezing the mat, forearms are drawn towards each other, inner elbows subtly spinning forward, heels drop, toes lift, hips high, full breath in, exhale out, stimulating our voice and our hearing, opening up to our truth. We recognize the energy of Vishuddha in our throat and the blue. Rock up onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees, feet together, a little bit closer, then reach back with your hips. You're like a cat getting ready to pounce. Use your core to step forward as lightly as you can to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Feel the back line open up. Hands can stay on the floor or come to your shins or thighs. We'll evolve forward bend into halfway lift. Legs stay basically straight, but no lock in the knees. Heart's reaching away from tail, back goes flat with the floor. Base of the skull away from the lower back, and we feel our heart radiate as we squeeze our fingers towards our toes or push our hands into our shins or thighs. Okay, bend your knees a little bit, let your arms dangle, and let the back of your heart center bring you all the way up to stand. And when you're ready and up in standing position, bring your hands to your heart center, holding standing prayer, and feel now all your energy stimulated and rising. Now from Vishuddha in your throat to Ajna in your forehead. From the space just above and between your eyebrows, take your energy back to the middle of your brain. Feel yourself metabolize the light of this moment, opening up intuition, inspiration, imagination. Let your arms release to dangle. And when you're ready, you're going to take your left leg back, bend your right knee over your right ankle, turn those left toes out to make your left knee comfortable, and start to come down into the seat of Virabhadrasana, the warrior stance. When you feel ready, arms come up to the sides of your ears for warrior one. Spread your fingers like the rays of the sunshine. Give yourself that energetic response. And turn your heart to the left. Open your arms. Warrior two. Fingertips stretch away from each other. Find your seat closer to the earth, maybe higher up if that's better for you. Turn your gaze forward, flip your right palm and set your gaze on the tip of your right middle finger and follow that as you move into reverse warrior. Left hand comes down to settle on your thigh. Right arm comes up. We move into the pose slow. We feel the top, we feel the stretch. And from there, we cartwheel our way back through warrior two and into side angle stretch. Right forearm down, left arm in the sky. This might be the best place for us, or we might want to take the right hand down to our ankle, the floor, or a block if you've got one. Left arm's in the sky. Spread your fingers. Straighten out the right leg without forcing. Don't go to a locked knee. Find Trikonasana, evolving out of side angle stretch and into triangle position. Inhale. Full exhale. Rebend your right knee, cartwheel your top arm around, frame your right foot with your hands, roll to the ball of your left foot, send your left heel back, your heart center forward, and then walk that left foot a little bit further back and set the left knee to the floor, top of the left foot. Bring your hips back, straighten out your right leg, let the right toes lift. Once you find this shape, draw your heart away from your tail. Send your heart towards your right knee. Don't force. Hands could be on blocks here if you needed a little bit of assistance. Make the floor come up and meet you. Inhale, stretch the back of your right leg. Exhale, rock forward. Right foot goes flat, right knee bends over right ankle. Let's see about walking this left knee back just a little bit. Send the hips a little forward and down. Feel what's stretching. Tuck your left toes under, the ones behind you. Pick your left knee up. Bring your left foot forward to your right foot. From the back of your heart, meet me up in standing, rising like a little doll, coming to life. Bringing your hands back to heart center, gathering your awareness and your energy. Feeling yourself lit from Muladhara in the root, Svadhisthana in your pelvis, Manipura in your ribs, Anahata in your heart, Vishuddha in your throat, Ajna in your forehead. We'll hold here in the beautiful indigo light as we move through the other side now. Arms down to dangle, right leg back. We sit in the seat of the warrior. We come down into the best version for ourselves. Make sure that right knee's not feeling twisted. Arms will rise when and if you want. It's okay to leave them out if you'd prefer. Warrior one evolves into warrior two. Heart turns out to the right, arms open, fingertips stretch away from each other. Make sure that left knee's not rolling in. Deeper in the seat, higher up, you find your Goldilocks position, and then gaze swivels forward, left palm flips. Keeping your gaze on the tip of your left middle finger, begin your transition to reverse warrior. Find the top of it and inhale. And slowly exhale your way back through warrior two and into side angle stretch with right forearm down and left arm up. And if it feels right for you, take the left hand down to your ankle, the floor, or a block. Right arm stays up, spreading the fingers. Full inhale, feeling the pose. Exhale, straighten out your left leg without locking the knee, finding Trikonasana, triangle shape. Full breath. Inner thigh squeeze a little bit for more stability. Full exhale. Left knee rebends, slow motion of the cartwheel of the top arm, coming down. Framing your left foot, roll to the ball of your right foot, inch that foot back, send your right knee down and the top of your right foot. Begin to bring the hips back to straighten out the left leg and let the left toes lift. Drawing the heart away from the tail, minding that you're not locking your left knee. Heart towards the left knee, we bow. Inhale. And exhale, rock forward, left foot goes flat, left knee's over left ankle. Hands walk with you to stay underneath your shoulders for stability. Right knee might want to rock back a little bit more. Let the hips come forward and down, just a touch. Feel what's stretching. Are you ready? Right toes under, right knee up. Bring the right foot forward to the left foot. That does not have to be just one step forward. It could be several little bunny hops. You're in standing forward bend. Enjoy it. Halfway lift, hands on floor, shin or thighs. Little bend in the knees, back of the heart brings us all the way up. Hands come together at the heart. We hold here in quiet presence. One last balancing pose before we get back down to the mat and begin the close of this practice. Right heel up, in and down on top of your left foot. Anchor here, making sure the left knee is buoyant, the left leg is strong. Maybe the right foot wants to slide up to the inside of your calf or your thigh. Please, not inside your knee. Holding your gaze on a drishti point, something that's not going to move out in front of you to settle the gaze from the back of the eyes. Holding your tree pose, growing branches if it feels healthy for you to do so. Don't be afraid to touch a wall or a piece of furniture if you need a little assistance. Balancing, strengthening, nourishing. Feel the energy in your crown start to get warm, opening up. 1,000-petaled lotus beginning to bloom. When you feel ready, hands together to your heart, set the right foot back down on the floor and get used to standing on 2 feet again, maybe even rock a little bit. Feeling lit now from the tail to the crown. Lift your left heel, spin it in, place it down on top of the right foot. Left knee's turned out as much as you want. Maybe left foot stays right where it is. Maybe it slides up, just not inside your knee, please. Anchoring into your position with buoyancy in your right knee and some branches growing up if that feels right for you. Sometimes I start to take myself a little bit too seriously when I'm in practice. Let's stay lighthearted. I'll remind myself to do the same. Settling your gaze on a drishti, we hold with quiet presence. Are you ready? Hands together. Take them down to your heart and set your left foot back down on the floor and shake the right leg out if you need to. Time to get back down onto the mat. Arms down, inhale up. A big swan dive forward. Enjoy it. Find your way into halfway lift. From halfway lift back into standing forward bend. And from standing forward bend, we evolve to downward facing dog. And we feel the whole line of the chakras. Red encouraging orange. Orange encouraging yellow. Yellow encouraging green. Blue, indigo, white, violet. Transition back down into a seated position on the mat. You get to choose which one. It's going to be the one you end up closing in a couple of moments. Taking that seat, sitting comfortably, tall through the base of your skull, tall through the crown of your head, anchored in your hips, hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. Letting the eyes soften or close again. Feeling yourself in touch with your energetic layer of self. Pranamaya Kosha. Having worked the excessive energies out of our body through our asana practice, we welcome the energies that are now more present. We feel the chakras lit and spinning. Our awareness having affected the speed, the tone, the color, the frequency. Giving thanks for having these moments to spend on the mat and take care of ourselves. We let this practice close, my friends. From my heart to each one of yours, thank you for showing up and becoming my teachers. Until next time, namaste.